All right, guys, it's Demont coming back at you again. I want to kind of go over, I've been wanting to get these. They've been out of stock, and I got them back in. I had to order them. They don't have these here yet. They're so I ordered them from Japan Lure Shop. I'm hoping he didn't try to pull a fast one and combine both of my orders, so he only gave me one free bait. I did two separate orders to try to get two different baits. But maybe I should have ordered them on different days. Let's find out. And I'm gonna open this, and then I'm gonna pull, this ain't gonna work. Then I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can get a closer look at these. In my mind, this is two of the better Shimano DC reels, especially for the price. Dang, what did he do? He's never taped the boxes up this much before. Yeah, he combined both of my orders. That booger. He combined both of my orders. Where am I seeing that reflection at? Oh, it says it right here. Okay. Thank you so much. He's a really nice guy. I've only emailed him. I never talked to him. I've emailed him several times. But he got me. I see my one bait right here. It's a good one. It's a 110 Junior. And the color is Wagon Sticker IU. That's a good color. I mean, but he gave me one bait. Man, come on. Is there another one in here? No. No. Okay. Lesson learned. Don't order them the same day. These reels are kind of comparable, but they're kind of not. I ordered two of each because I have two different aspects for each one of them. One, I'm just gonna get two of them out because that's all I need right now. One is for throwing finesse crankbaits. One is for throwing chatterbaits and be able to skip them under docks and things of that nature. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to this. This is the reel Shimano hasn't brought here yet. They haven't brought this one here either yet. But no matter what, both of these were cheaper through him than buying them here in the States, even with shipping. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. But anyway, let's jump into this. I might have to break them down and show them different days. Well, maybe not. I know people have done videos on these before. I thought for sure my scale was sitting right here. Well, guys, dang. This is what happens when you got all your messes thrown everywhere. All right, let me flip this around, and then we're going to take a closer look. I'm going to put you guys to the table. First, you're going to look to the sky. It doesn't want to flip around. Well, okay, guys, so I got the scale. First one we're going to look at here is the SLX DCXT. Now, this is the one I think is probably one of their best DC reels. Now, one thing Shimano has stopped doing, they stopped putting oil in the boxes. I guess the pandemic, they ran out of oil. But okay, so they got plenty of bubble. Oh, excuse me, plenty of bubble wrap though. Yeah, that's a that is pretty. Look at that thing. Oh yeah, feels nice. Just go over the specs. I mean, this ain't Shimano's highest spec reel, but this has like one of their latest MGL spools. Let's see if I can get this zoomed in for you. 6.2 to 1. The drag is 12 pounds. It's supposed to weigh 6.9 ounces, which for my scene is pretty much spot on. And you should notice 7+1 bearings. Their other SLXs, you're lucky if you get 4. But it seems like they wanted to make this reel a lot better. Anyway, but this is a 25-inch handle turn. Man, look at that thing. So I can go ahead and compare them side by side. Since he shipped them together, might as well compare them together. All right, I'm gonna put that one to the side. Let's get this one out. And the XT was a teeny bit more expensive than this one, but like I said, they don't have either one of these in the States. So this is the regular SLX DC70. This one came out this year. This one came out last year. The XT came out last year. And I'm guessing they used the same frame, same concept, and did this together. So this is 6.3 to 1, 26 per handle turn, 6 to 1, so you lost a bearing, and 7.1 ounces. So it's a teeny bit heavier. And I'm pretty sure that mostly comes down to the spool. But let's just check and see. Let's get this reel out. You got your paperwork, you got your bubble wrap. And that's it. No oil, none of that kind of stuff. Shimano's a little slacker. But here's the regular SLX. And you can see it looks, it's got more black plasticky on top, but it has very similar side plate. They move the control from here to up here. I mean, handle is identical. Tension knobs identical. They're both 70 series reels. But let's get into it. I know from looking at videos online and looking at some of the Japanese channels, one of the biggest differences is the spool. But this one has the MGL spool 3 as well. So I don't really know. From what I understand, this is almost like a BFS DC reel. From looking at people online and seeing what they're saying. So let's just get some information here together for it. We'll confirm some stuff, I'm sorry. So we're gonna start off with how much each one weighs. Here is the XT, 6.9 ounces. And it says on the box, 6.8. 6.8, 6.9, it's basically the same thing. Okay, set that one to the side. And this one, make sure it's clear, 7.0. And it says on the box, 7.1. So it's pretty much spot on. So now let's take a look. Let's just move this out of the way and get the, let's go ahead and get this out. Now to open these, you got the flippy little, well, I like to go ahead and put it in open first. And bring it all the way over. Turn that up. Turn it down and pop it off. This one is loaded with grease. Look at all that. I'm gonna clean these before I use them. Good grief. Man, that thing's got a lot of grease. I gotta make sure I don't touch it on my table. I don't even want to touch this spool, dang. Yeah, I can see it all over the spool. They greased the shit out of this one. Okay, so this is the regular SLX. Oops. Have I got that in grams? Yep, it's in grams, okay. Dang it. Stay still. 17.64. Yeah, Shimano always has a really heavy spool, but something about these MGL spools are kind of magic the way they cast. They cast so good. And that goes from the Corrado's. I've got Corrado 70 MGLs. I got SLX 70 MGLs. I've got Lots of other ones. I used to always be a Daiwa person. Then I went to Lew's. Lew's was giving me a really good deal. Then my regional rep got me back with Daiwa. And then I was with Daiwa for a long time. He retired, and he gave it to this other guy here, and Tommy was out of Charlotte, and he gave it to his area to this guy in Raleigh who sucks. I mean, he has got to be the worst. Okay, so we're going to bring this over to open. See where it says open? Then you're going to push your button up. All right, so this one doesn't have nowhere near as much grease. Here's how you change your settings up here. I forgot to show that on the other one. Let me open it back up in a second. But this one doesn't have nowhere near the amount of grease that one had. Wonder why that is. But the spools are not that much difference. So oops, sorry. Let's bring this one back over. Where's the adjustment? Oh, there it is right there. Well, I'm not really, I guess that's the difference. They changed that. I guess this one has ID 3, not ID 4. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to get back to you on that one. No, it says IDC 4. Huh, I don't know. Unless it's so much grease I can't see it. Dang, it's so much grease. I gotta get me some towels there and wipe this mess. This is ridiculous. And yes, guys, just as you already know, there is such thing as too much lube. But I cannot see how you're supposed to adjust that. I guess it doesn't. Where this one, like if you're using, like P is for braid, N is for nylon, F is for fluorocarbon. So mono braid, mono fluorocarbon. You just basically put your finger in there and turn it, like right now it's on fluorocarbon. That's where I'm gonna leave it, that's what I'm using. I guess this one has IDC 5, so that's the main difference right there. But I wonder if this spool would actually also fit into the other one. So MGL3 and this one doesn't have any writing on it. You can also see kind of the difference how thick the sidewall is on this one, on the non-XT. But just out of curiosity, will it fit into this one? It does, but you can see it doesn't really fit right. Yeah, it doesn't really fit quite right. So I guess the spools are not interchangeable. So when I put this spool back in, it sits perfectly flush and doesn't have any kind of push to it. Anyway, oh well. I am still a little bummed that I only got one lure. And actually I ordered them, no, I didn't order them the same day, I ordered them a day apart. So he did, that little booger. He found a way to get me, I guess. I guess because I messaged him, asked him to make sure he had 2 in stock of each. And then, I don't know, he held out on me. I guess don't do it on the weekend. All right, so that's how it goes back on. I've got to get in here and clean a lot of that oil out. I mean, but it still feels really smooth. I mean, it still feels really smooth, but you can see all the oil even on top of the reel. This reel just needs a good wipe down and a good cleaning. It's like one of those girls at the rub and tug shop with all that oil on them. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know. I mean, I know you're not going to get a clicking tension. Well, are you? No. This is really hard to turn. I don't know what's going on with that thing. There it goes. It was not the traditional Shimano smooth turn. We have a drag clicker. No drag clicker in the regular SLX. Let's see about the XT. No drag clicker in the ST. The XT is visibly smoother. I mean, they use basically the same components as part of it, but some of it's not. Some of it's way different. So you got your different settings. The W is for wind. Then it goes up from 1 to 4. 1 being the least amount of brakes, and 4 being the almost max besides wind. Wind is your max. I usually leave mine, this is your open. I usually fish almost all my DC reels in 2. This one's a little bit different. So you got 4, I think it goes up to 4, yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, that's it. 1 being the least, 4 being the most. So, I mean, the price difference in these reels is only like 20 bucks. So, I mean, it's not a huge difference. But, just for like any questions out there, I don't really like to use 7 and 8 to 1s for crankbaits and and chatterbaits, because I'm already reeling pretty fast. And I like to keep a pretty steady kind of cadence with my reel. Now, I use a 7 to 1 or 8 to 1 on jerk baits and things of that nature, and for contact baits. But for stuff I'm having to move slow or bump along the bottom, even in the summer, I would rather speed my hand up more, because I'm already reeling at a high, fast speed. I would rather speed my hand up more than to have to worry about trying to slow down. Everybody says, well, it's easier to slow down than it is to speed up. It's not for me. And I prefer a 6. And I also like the cranking power. I'm going to move 2 of my SLX DC23s to my deep cranking rods. And these are going to go on my shallow cranking rods. Well, these are going to go on my chatterbait rods. That's a lie. But now I have 6 of these. And I have 2 of these, of course. Just got these. But these are going to go on like my kind of my finesse crankbait rods. Will I throw some of the tiny BFS cranks on it? Probably not. I'm probably going to put 10 or 12 pound test on here. And I'm going to be throwing shad wraps, tinies, frit sides, all that kind of stuff. That's what I consider kind of the finesse cranking with this. My smaller money badgers, like the Series 5s. Anything that I think needs a more of a finessey approach. And these are mainly, they're going to my chatterbait rods. I'm putting 15 pound fluorocarbon on. That's why I always run on my chatterbait. Some people say, why don't you run 17 or 20? I just run 15. To be honest with you, it's probably because I'm a cheapskate. I buy a really big spool of good quality fluorocarbon. I buy 10, 12, 15, and 20. And I buy usually 1 or 2 big spools a year. And that's my line. I buy a big spool of Invisex. Or if Sniper's on sale, if you can find a big spool of Sniper, I get a big spool of Sniper. And that's it. I use that. I do get some filler spools to keep in the boat for my leader lines. And I have different braids. But that's pretty much it. Man, this reel is for, this supposed to be the regular SLX. This is, I think, smoother than my Corrado. My Corrado 70 MGL, I think this is smoother. I mean, yeah. And I really like how they've done the cosmetics on these reels. It's like a, I don't know if the camera's portraying it right because of my light up here. But it is almost like a gunmetal blue, both of these reels. And I think they're, let me show you a rod real quick that's one of these reels is going on. That, I ain't even took it out of the plastic yet. But this is the iRod Corcus. Well, let me take it out of the plastic. You guys don't need to see it through the outside of it. Thanks. If you guys don't know, if you haven't used iRod, Matt over at iRod, he is a stand-up guy. You can call him and talk to him anytime. If you don't answer, leave him a message. He'll call you back. If you have any kind of rod failures, what I like about it is he doesn't try to run from anything his rods might happen. He makes a great quality rod. And I just don't think his rods get the respect they deserve. I mean, this Corcus, I mean, look at that blue. I'm not saying I like to have always my reels and stuff match up, but I mean, damn, look at that. This is their wild card deep cranking Corcus. They make this rod in the Corcus, and they also make this rod in the Genesis 3. The Genesis 3, if you guys are looking for a finesse swim bait rod, he makes by far probably, actually you can use that finesse swim bait rod for almost any of your BFS actions. You can use it for just about any kind of, you can even use it for finesse crankbait. It's got that soft of a tip. I'm gonna have, you probably see it in videos coming up pretty soon. But yeah, look at that. Man, look at that rod in Rio combo. Let me move this out of the way for a second. Look at that. I mean, dude, come on. Dude. It don't get no prettier than that. Look at that mess. Look at that. That blue matches up almost perfectly. Anyway, I'll get my nerding out of your face. I'm sorry about that. I told you I'm a big nerd. My wife says if I could go to bed with my tackle, I'd probably go to bed with my tackle. I told her I ain't got. You probably don't want to hear that. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions about these reels, ask them down below. I'm happy to take care of any question you have. If I don't know the answer, most of the time I'll get you the answer if I can get it. If I can't get it, I'll let you know I can't get it. If you call iRod, tell Matt DeMont say hello. He know who you're talking about. I've been dealing with him for a long time. I mean, he's good people. And that's why I like to work with. I like to work with good people. I have some other rods that's not iRod. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't use this iRod. But when somebody takes care of you, through the years, I've been with him for, gosh, I've been dealing with Matt for at least 11 years. So, I mean, yeah, he builds good relationships. He's a good guy. He treats you like a person. He doesn't treat you like a number. So that's what makes me, somebody treats me like that, you have to have love for him. All right, guys. I appreciate you taking time to look at the video with me. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Share the video. You guys know the thing. I'm not really doing this trying to make no money. I'm just trying to help people. And I like the camaraderie. I like all the questions people ask me. And I like people comment and see what they think. That's kind of what I do this for. All right, guys. Till next time, you guys have tight lines and stay safe out there.